right, so last lesson in this unit, you've got your test Friday. Our first thing in our warm-up here is we're going to graph just one inequality. This was last unit. Let's remind ourselves, how do we start this inequality? Where do we start graphing?
Downward forward.
On what axis? On the y. We're going to count down 1, 2, 3, 4, and put a point there. How do I move to my next point?
Up 2 over 3.
Up 2 and right 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Do I need a solid or dashed line?
Dash.
Great. How do I know where to shade?
Test a point.
Which point do you want to test?
0, 0.
0, 0. I'm going to plug in 0 for y, 0 for x. 0 times anything. Is 0 greater than -4? Is that a true statement?
Yes.
Yes, so I'm going to shade where the origin would be. That's a quick reminder of graphing inequalities. Questions?
No.
This first problem. Our goal here is, what if we graph more than one inequality? That's our goal here today. And we've got a big word problem, okay? I've provided you with a graph, too. There are 3 clues for our hot air balloon guy. He's piloting a hot air balloon, okay? And we've got some three clues. And if you flip the page, you've got a big graph. Okay, it's a map, there's a compass, there's a key, there's lots of information here. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to read the whole problem and all the clues before you start graphing anything. I don't necessarily want you to write any inequalities today. I want you to use the clues to make a graph. It will have inequalities. It will have shading, which is why I asked you to get 3 colored pencils. Are we good with the instructions? Any questions?
Yes.
Great. You're going to get to work. I'm going to come around and check lesson 4.4 homework to make sure it's complete. Go ahead and decide who's going to read first. Ready, set, go. The last location for clue number 1 was at -1,000, 1,000. So meaning they saw the hot air balloon below this line. So I'm going to shade everything below this line. Are you okay with that? Yeah. Clue number 2, I plotted up there in blue. We started at the airport in Australia. We went up 2,000 over 3, which is telling you slope. And each grid mark is 1,000 here. So you go up 2, right 3, up 2, right 3, and make that line. They said in their clue, they saw the hot air balloon crashing south of their flight path. South, below the blue line. So I'm going to shade blue here. My purple line, that's clue 3. It said they were on a flight path from French Polynesia to Indonesia. They were looking out their window when they saw the balloon going down to the north of the purple flight path. So I'm going to shade everything above. My question for you is, what is the triple shaded region? So here is where our hot air balloon landed and crashed. Okay? I didn't expect you to write a system, but you should have a nice graphical representation to tell us, where do we send the search and rescue party? Cool? Questions, comments, concerns about the real life example?
Yeah.
We graphed an example of a 1 inequality. Can everyone put their pencils down for me, please? Thank you. When we graph a system of inequalities, what is the solution region? when we graph a system of inequalities. Let's just do it since we're not sure. I'm going to start by graphing the first one in purple. It's going to be at -3. The slope is up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. Am I going to draw a dotted or solid line? Dotted, dashed. Great. Before I shade, I'm going to graph the other one. I'm going to graph it in orange. We're going to start at 3. We're going to go down 1, 2, right 1. 1, 2, right 1. This is a solid or dashed line. Now I'm going to do the shading, but I have to test the point. Which point would you like to test? Great. Is 0 greater than -3? Yes. So where do I shade for my purple line?
0.
Yeah, on this side. I'm going to test the point for my second equation in orange here. Is 0 greater than or equal to +3? No, that's false. So I'm going to shade on the opposite side of the origin. Where is my solution region now? Double shaded. Love it. Double shaded is your solution region. So if I ask you to identify a point, you would pick something out of this double shaded solution region. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you want to do a few more examples together?
No.
Any point in this double shaded region.
Do an example.
Of a point? Sure. Let's see. 1, 4. Right here. 1, 4 would be a point in that double shaded region. I'm going to do another example for us because we got some horizontal lines. Is anyone still writing this before I erase? Number 2, you're going to graph your first inequality at 3. Go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1. And it's going to be a solid line. How do I graph the second one? Y is greater than -2. What's that? A horizontal, and it's going to be a dashed line at y is -2. If I test the point for that one, is 0 greater than -2? Is that true?
Yeah.
It sure is, so I'm going to shade that. For the other equation, I'll test the point.
I can't see.
Sorry, here we go, I'll move. Is 0 greater than or equal to +3?
No.
That's false. So I'm going to shade on this side. So sometimes you might get a horizontal line. This is horizontal line. When would I get a vertical?
X equals something.
Yeah, x is equal to something, or x is greater than 1, or something like that. Right now, let's do 3, or we need to practice some other ones, don't we? Yeah.
Wait, is
Let's do 4 and 5.
when it has the line under it, does that mean
And check our work.
are you skipping 3 or are we just skipping?
I just asked you to do number 4 and 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you're skipping 3. So let's graph them. Let's check our work. This is number 4, so check your work. You should have 2 solid lines. Your double shaded region should be here. Double shaded region. Is that what we got for 4? Please check it. Number 5, you've got a vertical line at -3. It's going to be solid. It says when x is less than -3, so everything is shaded to the left. For the second inequality, you need to solve for y first. So it's in standard form. I need to get y alone. Again, this is a review from last unit. I do not flip the inequality because I'm not dividing by a negative. I'm going to leave this as a fraction. It is going to go off your graph here. I'm just going to work backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And go left. 1, 2, 3. This will be a solid line also. So you might see a problem like this where you need to solve for y. And then we're just going to test a point. Is 0 greater than or equal to -3? Yes, that's true. So this double shaded region is this little sliver here. You can kind of see that. All right. Our homework today. Homework. I assigned not everything, so don't. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the next page, I assigned 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? The first 4 are graphing inequalities. The last 4, you've got 3 systems of equations and 1 review problem. Let's get started on the homework, please.